Hello everybody, Boots is here again, back with another spectacular video, but this video is going to be different. This one isn't about gaming, and this one is different because it hits on an area that just is something very precious to me, and that's our justice system here in the United States. Now, I woke up this morning and my whole foundations in the justice system was completely shook. Because people that I had listened to and followed for years now, um, apparently just come out and said the complete opposite of what they had been saying for years. And I'm being specifically about Kash Patel, our FBI director, General, General, Attorney General Pam Bondi, excuse me, and then uh, Don Bongino, who is the deputy director of the FBI. Those three people specifically, I've been watching them for years, and I believed them. I trusted them because for the longest time they were always like, Epstein did this, Epstein did that. They got the proof. There's video evidence. Blah 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 blah. And then they get put into office, and the first thing that we get out of the whole Epstein deal, and this is what it's all over, guys. It's all over the Epstein deal. Um, is a nothing burger. Like right here, it says releases first phase of declassified Epstein files. Right? She released the first phase. What she released was the flight logs that had been pretty much redacted, absolutely redacted. Right? You couldn't see who was on it. But then later on, they did come out with an unredacted flight log that showed everybody that was on it. And, I was thinking, this is nothing. We know who was on. We already knew who was on the planes. All right, we know that Bill Gates was on one. We know that Bill Clinton was on it. We know that Prince Andrew was on it. Okay, now we're going to focus on that one here in just a little bit, Mr. Prince Andrew. Okay, all right. Anyway, it was a big nothing burger, right? Everybody was like, "What is this? We already knew this stuff." Right? So I get up this morning. Let me find the correct one here. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm sorry, I didn't have this completely planned out. I probably just exited it. Okay, we woke up this morning. All right, here it is. I should have had this one. It's the second one. Anyway, we woke up this morning, and it says that we have the DOJ, excuse me, and the FBI say, per memo, Epstein didn't blackmail elites. He had no client list, and he was not murdered. Okay? That's what the FBI said, basically, in this right here. It says, after a thorough investigation, FBI investigators concluded that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City on August 10th, 2019. 2019, bro. 6 years. It's been almost 6 years since he committed suicide, where the guards fell asleep, where the cameras were not all the cameras were working properly. All of those things happened while he was there. He also had a huge cellmate. All right, his arms was like this. I mean, he was an ex-cop, and he had been put in there for strangling people to death. Okay, that was his cellmate. You guys can go back and do your own research on that, but that was his cellmate. Okay, he was an ex-cop. I forget his name, but I saw pictures of him. The man was huge, absolutely just big, and he was in there for strangling people to death. So, with all of that being said, I'm not buying this whole Jeffrey Epstein killed himself thing. And then over here, it says, as a part of our commitment to transparency, the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation have concluded an exhaustive review of investigative holdings relating to Jeffrey Epstein, which means all the stuff that they collected off of the island, guys. All of the boxes of videotapes and hard drives that we've seen in actual pictures that were being removed from the island. That's what they're talking about right there. Okay? They're going to tell us what was on that, right? To ensure that the review was thorough, the FBI concluded digital searches of its databases, hard drives, and network drives, as well as physical searches of squad areas. Locked cabinets, decks, closets, and other areas where responsive material may have been stored. In other words, they combed the island, guys, and took everything. These searches uncovered a significant amount of material. Okay? All right? Including more than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence. That's a lot of evidence, bro. 300 gigabytes. That's a lot. That's a lot. The files relating to Epstein include a large volume of images of Epstein, images and videos of victims who are either minors or appear to be minors, and over 10,000 downloaded videos and images of illegal child. You guys can read the rest of this over here, but we know what it was. Okay, let us read down here. It says, to that end, while we have labored to provide the public with a maximum information regarding Epstein and ensured examination of any evidence in the government's possession, it is the determination of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation that no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. In other words, we got nothing. We got nothing. Nothing to see here. We got nothing. All right? That's what they're trying to tell us. Right here with this. We got nothing. That is what this man right here is saying. Kash Patel, our director of the FBI. He is telling us, after 6 years since this man was incarcerated and killed himself, that they got nothing. All those boxes and everything, all the people that flew to that island, and he's got nothing. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see. Now, this is going to bring out the crazies, and there is a few crazies out there, but sometimes crazy people do speak the truth. Every once in a blue moon, it'll happen. It'll happen. Like Alex Jones. All right, Alex Jones, he's a flippin' nut, okay? He said that the Sandy Hook massacre did not happen, okay? It literally did happen, and people lost their lives that day. Children lost their lives that day, all right? And he come out and said it didn't happen. But even on this stance, this crackpot says that Bondi says Epstein client list is sitting on her desk for review. They just said there was no client list. But yet this lady, our Attorney General of the United States, says the list was on her desk. Right? I mean, right here, from the Hill, all right? He is saying it's on her desk. We already know of one other client, all right? Because this man right here lost his marriage because of it. His wife told about Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates and said she only met Epstein one time, and when she met him, it was like personified evil. just incarnate evil, and she just did not want to be around this man no more. And then she found out what was going on between Bill and Mr. Epstein, and she divorced him. Okay? He lost his marriage over that. Alrighty. And like I was saying again, guys, they're saying there is no client list here at the Giselle Maxwell sentencing, right? When she was sentenced, one of the victims right here on Sky News, which is a popular news brand, Sky News, this is what she had to say. All right, let's listen to what she had to say. It's a 45-second clip, and we'll see what she says.
I have spent the last 17 years in my own prison.
Okay.
For what she, Jeffrey, and all the co-conspirators did to me.
Co-conspirators?
I was raped repeatedly. I was raped 3 times a day sometimes.
Oh, wow.
And
Whoa. Oh, wow. I don't know if that word will let me go out here on YouTube. I'm going to have to make sure this one is not for kids, okay? This one's going to have to be not for kids. Just because of the terms this lady was using, I do apologize. But, yeah. Wow. Really? And that was at the sentencing, okay? Co-conspirators, she herself, a victim of this whole thing, is saying there are co-conspirators, okay? And Miss Maxwell is sitting in prison right now. Well, not exactly prison. It's more like a luxury farm compared to a real prison, but that's where she's at right now. All right? But this is one of the victims right here, and you just, and I didn't want to hear any more after that, okay? I can't really place any more of that on YouTube, I don't think. I don't even think that could be played. I'm probably going to get demonetized for this video, but I don't care. I don't care if it gets monetized or not. I'm not looking for monetization over this video. I'm looking for the truth. And I'm hoping, well, my dog just found somebody, the truth. Probably barking at the cat. Anyway, this lady was a victim. And this man right here, and this man right here says she's lying. She's lying. There's no co-conspirators. There's no list. It was just Epstein and the Prince. Mr. Prince Andrew. That's it. It was just them. Because like I said, we know of one, because he paid her off in millions upon millions of dollars. So, yeah. This lady right here, who won in court, by the way, tells it like it is. And she said there are thousands of girls going through there that's happening to, or was actually going through there and was happening to them every single day. Every day. Can you imagine? That is, oh my God. But this man says it didn't happen. Now, if you say it doesn't happen, if you said it didn't happen, what would you do? You would be out here screaming to the heavens, this really didn't happen. Here's the evidence. Let me show you to you. Right here, poof. Not just, hey, there did nothing happen. Take my word for it. Just take my word for it. Nothing happened. I saw it. You don't get to see it. I saw it. Nothing happened. And we're supposed to take him on his word. No. But as you can see, let's see if he's got anything in here about the Epstein case. Just in, largest ever Transjagua. Let's see, we got Long Island Task Force. Anti-trend gang. Is there anything in here about Epstein? Chinese nationals. Updates concern citizens. Healthcare fraud. Yes, something else. 100 C's. No. Former high-ranking New York State government employee. You know, there's nothing. I got halfway scrolled down, and there is absolutely. I mean, this stuff just broke. You would be out here with a rebuttal of some kind, because everybody on the media is calling you a liar right now. And me being a person that firmly believed in you at one point, firmly believed in you, I have my doubts. I have my doubts. I really do. All right, let's see if Mr. Cash Patel is anything to say about this. Let's just see if he's gonna anything. Statistics, SBI, New York Times, hardworking Americans. Nope. FBI block probe and they'll let nope. No. Happy Independence Day. Yes, true Americans that were here. Happy Independence. Belittle. Happy Independence. But yeah, I don't see. No, I don't see anything on Mr. Cash Patel's page that says anything about the Epstein case. Now, Miss Pam Bondi here, we got a small clip from her, and it says, and this is from DNN News. Okay, this is a little news program. All right, that you can follow over at DNN right here. You can follow them over at DNN Fan Club. This is what they posted. All right. It says, from almost the second U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi was appointed by President Trump, she said the Epstein client list was on her desk to review for release to the public. This video from Fox News was aired just a couple of months ago. Now the DOJ she leads claims that there's no Epstein client list. Okay? All right. I'm not going to listen to it because I don't want to be copyrighted. But that's exactly what she's saying. There's no client list. None whatsoever. None. Nothing to see here. I don't believe it. I mean, I really don't believe it. Saying that is like, just a slap in the face to every American out there. It is literally a slap in the face to every American out there. ABC News. ABC News, you would expect the big media to be coming out and be like, oh my God, you're saying there's nobody on the Epstein list? There's no Epstein list at all? There's nothing to see? There's no one to go after? There's no one to prosecute? Let's see what ABC says. Suspected dead end shooter. I don't know who this person is. Don't know who this person is. They're not Epstein. Okay, dozens in Russia. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. President Musk, or should I say, the president and Elon Musk had a huge falling out. What goes on between them, I don't really care. Man injured with struggle. I'm halfway down. Not, but there is a good running of the Bulls. They got a good story with the running of the Bulls there. They should capitalize on that. But no Epstein there. What about CBS? Let's see. 89. Oh yeah, that was tragic. It happened in Texas, guys. Send your hearts, prayers, if you can, donations, supplies. Those people are hurting in Texas. Man, it's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. You know what I'm saying? But they got Sean Combs in here. But no Epstein. No Epstein. We're just going to scroll down here. They got coffee. So do I. All right. Let's see. Why does everything... Okay, no Epstein. Still, no Epstein. Still, no. They got Ozzy. But no Epstein. Let's CNN. Surely, the leader in news. CNN are saviors. Ha! I don't trust CNN, but let's just see Exactly, because I've seen too much stuff with CNN. I've seen fake stuff with CNN. It's just crazy. Let's see what they got to say. They got what is this? Uh, oh wow! Former Russian transport minister Roman Startov dies by suicide. Ah, oh my goodness! Just hours after President Putin fired him from the job, officials say. That's another story for another day. But let's see, we're looking for Epstein. No, it's yeah. My prayers are still out there. My prayers with everybody. That's horrible. But no, no Epstein. Mr. Musk. Let's see what he has to say. Because remember, not too long ago, Elon Musk come out on X. Right? He did retract. He did retract what he said, but he said that the reason why the Epstein list is not out and is not going to come out is because President Trump, who I did vote for, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I just went with the lesser of two evils, okay? I couldn't stand Kamala's cackle. I just couldn't do it. And the things that she said sometimes was just completely stupid. So I couldn't really go for her. Like I said, I'm an independent. I go for the lesser of two evils. But I knew when Trump did run it, things wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Gas was cheap. Food was cheap. It wasn't that bad. So I voted with him. Just to let you guys know that. But Mr. Musk and did say that Trump did some things over and was on the Epstein list. He did say that he was on the Epstein list. Let's just put it that way. And what he is saying here is what's the time? Oh look, it's no one has been arrested o'clock again. Come on, guys. Mr. Doge Master Elon Musk, who said that Trump was on the files and the files would not be released, is coming out with this right here. He's coming out with this right here, guys. But yeah, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Why do we let people like this right here and where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? I know he's over here somewhere. Yeah. Why do we let people like Bill Gates and Prince Andrew? Why do we let people like that? And my cat loves to meow, guys. I'm just forewarning you. Like I said, I'm a gamer, not a news guy, okay? When you're gaming, it's a little aggravating, but still, it gets over, you know. I'm a single dad. That's how we do. But anyway, how do we let these guys get away with this? How can we trust these guys ever again? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. Because they're telling us not to believe our lying eyes. They give us a video that could have been easily doctored to been any other day. It really could. It could have been doctored. Or it could, you know, dates can be changed on stuff like that. And I know people that could do that. But my faith is shaken in our justice system. And I just don't understand how this could happen. How they could come out and say that there just isn't anything. When we already know that there is. Well, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have an awesome day today. Just know that you can't always walk around with your eyes closed and not pay attention to things and say you're not political. I'm not political. But when I see something like this, I gotta say something. You know, I love our justice system. I love our men and women in blue. You know, these guys go out here and they when you're in need, they're the ones that come running. When there is danger, when everybody else is running away, these are the guys that run to it to keep you safe. Sometimes you might not see eye to eye with them. They're human just like anybody else. They have bad days. But I'm a firm believer in our justice system that I knew. But this isn't the justice system that I knew. This is something else. And I just can't believe what's coming out of there anymore. If y'all disagree with me, feel free to let me know. I'm not sure if YouTube is even going to let me get this out here. It might be demonetized just for some of the topics that did pop up. But, yeah. As Nick Merckx would say, something stinks. And this really does. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate it. That's just my thoughts. And like always, and as I always say, Boots is out. Peace, yo.